What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to the Welsh way here with Aberystwyth Town. So here we are, Liverpool, the first Champions League knockout round, first leg. And I'm optimistic we can get a result here today. We're at home first, so I think it's a slight advantage. Whatever advantage we can get in the Champions League. But we've got quite a bit of news to talk about surrounding the club first and surrounding me. So probably already up here, you may have noticed that we now have a job in the Welsh setup. It's the under-19s job, which isn't, the most luxurious job ever, but I do ideally one day want to manage the senior squad. But you have to start somewhere, so if I'm going to be managing the youth, I'm very happy with that. I sort of looked at the squad and looked at, what could a possible under-19 squad be for this, second qualifying phase of the under-19s European Championship. And majority of it's going to be from our squad, a few from Cardiff, a few from other English teams or from teams from the English League, but the majority of them are going to be from our team, not because I'm biased, but because we produce some of the best youngsters from Wales. So if I had my own way, we would have a lot of players in there, like Lloyd, our goalkeeper, and a few other major players, but a lot of them play for under-21s or senior squads, so it'll be interesting to see what we get for this European Championship. I won't live comment, but if we do maybe get to a major under-19s final, I may consider doing them in an episode maybe or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, that would depend. But optimistic to see how this goes. I got a job because the under-19s manager left to join Kuwait, something like that. I think he joined. He did join the national team. I think it was Kuwait. But ideally, I want to see Chris Coleman retire soon. He is 58 now. 58, so he's approaching the latter stage of his career. He's been here for ages now, and I do hopefully one day want to take over his job. So I think I've set up the right basis with it, because I'm now the best manager from a Welsh team in a pretty decent league now, the 2.5-star reputed league, Champions League semis, and Champions League knockout rounds pretty easily, and I'm the under-19s manager, so everything's going for me. I've got experience pretty much everywhere. But let's go into transfers, because that's where majority of this action has been going on this January. So if you look at the outs, we see a lot of people moved. A lot of them were loans, but a few key loans as well. So we'll go through them. So first guy I want to sort of point out is Liapis. He was a midfielder that we brought in, sort of struggled to get into the team. Struggled to break into the starting 11 and sort of the bench role this season. So I decided to get him going on loan to St Johnstone. I don't remember the exact clause of the contract right now. I think it might have been he was either a rotation player or first choice. But being a rotation player at St Johnstone is still better than being here, because here he's pretty much picked up 1 appearance, I think. 3. And he's already picked up 2 substitute appearances there. So overall, I'm happy that he's gone out there. At least he should ideally get more football out there than he has here. But the first main selling of the team was Miyazaki. He was sold for £475,000, recovering about half the fee we originally brought him for 2 years later, which isn't bad for a guy age 31 to recuperate as much funds as we did. I did try and get a bit more, but I couldn't. And he's a very good player, Miyazaki. Really, really good player. But we've signed a new left back, and I feel that left back has the potential to be better than Miyazaki, or at least competing with Miyazaki's level. So I'm happy to see this guy go for the fee we received. It was sort of on my mind as these offers started coming in, because I originally had no intention of selling Miyazaki, but as the offers started coming in and the fees started coming around, I was thinking I may never get a chance to recuperate as much money as these teams are offering me. It was only this team, Al Halal of the, I'm guessing, the Qatar or Saudi Arabian League. So it was just playing in my mind at how old he is. It will play a factor in how much fee I can receive in the future. So because of that, I decided I'd sell him now. Elsewhere, Stephen Drake's gone out to Sheffield United, hopefully to get a few more games. I think this was a rotation thing, but I'm sure he'll get more games than he has been getting here, and the Championship is a good level for him to be at. Billing, same thing with the the amount of football. Hopefully he'll go out there and get a lot of first team football. Plus we signed another striker, so big news there. But so I needed him to go out on loan ideally. Kevin Morgan, the same principle happened. Daniel Turner was the left back we signed a few years ago after originally releasing him. We brought him back. He made his debut this season for the club and made 2 appearances overall in all competitions. But Barnett came in with his contract expiring at the end of the season. Barnett came in and said, "Hey, well, we want him on a free." I thought, well, that's a bit obvious. I'm not going to pick up a fee for this guy. But then they were like, we'll give him 25% of profit, or 25% of the next fee. And I was like, yeah, that's not bad. I'm happy to accept that. Even if he probably won't get sold on for a fee or whatever, but he was leaving in a free transfer at the end of the season, so to me it wasn't like I wasn't missing out on anything. In fact, there's a chance I could gain a little bit of money out of it, so I'm happy to see him go to Barnet, and we loaned out another guy as well, Slater. But to the ends, we spent money this January, big money. But the first guy we're going to talk about is John Stones. Now, despite the fact it says we signed him as a player, I ideally signed him as a coach. He has got amazing coaching stats, great motivating, great decent determination, really good level of discipline, and tactically he's very good as well. If we go to my coaching setup, I signed a lot of new coaches, as you can see here, which was Richard Akenhead, Jimmy Nielsen I signed, Carl Emberson, I think, and well, all these guys down here, basically, all these people below here. And as you see, John Stones is an incredible defending coach. That's why I wanted to sign him, but he really wanted to stay on as a player. And in fact, when I first approached him, he only wanted a player role. I managed to get him to a player coach, so overall, I'm happy with that. He'll just be a very bit part player in the team. I think he's going to be on the bench today, actually, because of a few things that are happening. But overall, not the worst player in the world. 5k a week, but like I said, he's ideally here for the coaching role, so don't expect him to play too much. But we spent a massive amount of money bringing in this left back from Barcelona B. 3.5 million, record transfer, beating Miyazaki's 800 and something thousand pounds from last season, 2 years ago. Well, last summer actually. Not the summer just gone, the summer before that. So I'm going to butcher this guy's name, but apologies. Let's go. Aze Pura? I'll get this right at some point. Inaki we'll call him for now because of his first name. But 22 years of age, so a relatively young age for a left back, a relatively young age for a footballer overall. Played for Barcelona B, so he's from the Barcelona youth system. Originally came from Real Sociedad for 4.3 million, but he never broke into the Barcelona team. Played for their B team and actually tore up the second division B3 quite a bit with them. And overall, I think this guy has got a good potential. His reports aren't the best, you know. He's not got like 5-star report, but on current ability, it was the same as Miyazaki with the potential to be better. And that's in the end what attracted me. The potential is a big thing. I know I'm never going to really be able to afford, you know, signing world-class players for 20-30 million. That'll probably cripple the club if I try to do that. But what I can do is I can try to sign 19, 20-year-olds for maybe 2, 3, 4 million. And hope that they develop into players that are worth 40, 50 million, you know, 20, 30, whatever million pounds. And that's what I'm hoping here. 22 years of age, he's got good determination, work rate and teamwork, so he's got the things that could allow him to develop and allow him to become a good player. He'll be playing in today's game against Liverpool as well, so looking forward to that. Next guy was Wilding, and is the reason why Slater went out on loan. Slater was our backup left midfielder, but I decided that I wanted this guy to come in. Wilding. I think it's Wilding, I think. Wilding, we'll call him. 22-year-old left midfielder. He'll be back up for us, but really good player. 22 years of age. Got the potential again inside him, which I like to see. Only 250k, that was because I signed him on a pre-arranged deal 6 months before the end of his contract. Aston Villa said you could have him now for 250k. I thought that's great. I have tried to sell Slater, but sadly no one was after him, so in the end our loan to Huddersfield was the best I could get on transfer deadline day. But really not the worst player, and 250k is really cheap. I could have waited 6 months and got him on a free transfer, but I really wanted him now because Wilson's been picking up quite a few knocks recently, and this guy's got talent already built in. Slater not so much. Slater's a bit of a, you know, player, but Wilding is definitely a lot better. And the last two guys are free transfers. First guy I'm really pleased with, Liam Davis. I think he's got the capabilities to becoming an incredible striker. 24 years of age, so he's really much approached the end of his development days. Incredible, really rapid development days, but incredible player. Target man role, attack. Got some, I think it's attack or support. Which one was it? I think I'm doing it attack. Attack, he's got some really good stats. Okay, not the determination and the bravery you kind of want, but physically immaculate. Technically, the stats that you need, he's got. Mentally, again, some places leave a lot to desire, but others are pure brilliant. So hopefully he'll develop. Like I said, his development days are pretty much done, but hopefully he has now a little bit of time left to develop. Can play right mid as well, so I may shift him back there. Not got the worst pace either for a target man, really. So overall, really good free transfer. He was a former Blackburn trainee and Cardiff loanee and things like. Celtic loanee. So not a bad signing there. Hopefully he'll do very well. He'll be starting again today. And Leighton Mills came in as our backup goalkeeper. We did try to sell Cockings. He wanted to leave. He said he wasn't too happy. I managed to convince him to stay, but I just know Cockings is going to want to leave. So I decided to bring Leighton Mills in, and free transfer. Welsh as well. Overall, I'm happy about that. He only wanted to the end of the season as well, which is what I wanted. Sometimes when I go to sign backup keepers, just for the last 6 months, a lot of them go, "Oh well, I want a 3-year deal," and I'm thinking, no, you're only going to be here for the end of the season. But this guy only wanted one for 6 months. I was happy to oblige. So Leighton Mills in as backup keeper will be on the bench today. So let's go into this. So we play the same day as Juventus and Barcelona. Wilson is tired, so he's not going to be on the bench today. But this is the team that will go out for today's match against Liverpool. So in goal we have Lloyd, right back Ferreira, centre backs of Jose and McNaughton, and on the left we have Inaki. I'm going to say his first name again. On the right we have Templeton. In the centre we have Cross playing a deep line playmaker defend. That's a change to his ball winning midfielder defend. I think deep line playmaker is what I preferably want. And we have Pedrosa, and on the left we have Walding. And up front we have Davis and Lewis. And on the bench we have Mills, Stone, Daffyd, Jenkins, Halpin, Rogers and Wallace. So McNaughton in defence is probably the biggest problem for me, or the biggest woe, because I do want to play Maria, a really good player, wanted by a lot of people, but sadly he picked up I think a 4 weeks injury a while back. I don't remember how long it was. Let's have a look. Injuries. Or 11 days. He's pulled his hamstring, so he was out for a bit. He'll be out for another 7 days, so he will be back for the second leg, but he's missing today, so it doesn't mean McNaughton has to step up. I was considering playing John Stones, but I'm more comfortable with McNaughton. He's a little bit of a quicker player, and I think he'll need that going into today's game. But apart from that, I'm pretty much happy with the team. Thomas Wallace was dropped, and despite the fact that, he's a good player, got good potential, I just want to play Davis today and see how he goes. And Lewis, his potential is shrunken from his last time. It's now less. It's now 3-star as his maximum potential, which is a worry. But I'm still going to play him. I'm still going to develop him. Hopefully, he'll grow and outgrow his so-called maximum potential that the assistant can see in him. I have got Rogers tutoring him as well, so hopefully he'll rub off some of his good stats onto him. But let's go into this game. At the Scarlets, actually I didn't see how many people are here. I like to see how many people are coming up today. 4,388 people, so pretty good. Sami Hyypiä still in charge, 55 years of age, been there for over 3,000 days. And let's go. I still remember some of these people from when we last played them. I think they still had Clement in goal at that point. Actually, they played Lamb last time. I remember that, because it was a shock inclusion that they played him. But let's go. We have got the top goal scorer in the Champions League. I was meant to put the opponent instructions on there. Let's do that quickly. And go out there and enjoy themselves. Nothing to lose. I'm going to say this calmly to them. We're underdogs here. Let's give the fans something to cheer about. Not the best team talk. They'll listen keenly, but I want to see... I want to see the motivation. I want to see them look happy like that. I want to see them look keen to go out there and batter Liverpool, get a good result, and get to the Champions League quarter-finals for the first time since Arsenal beat us there about 5 seasons ago or something. And straight away, Pedrosa's been injured. Oh, no. Now, I was going to put Fitzpatrick on the bench, but I decided I'd rather go with Halpin. But I probably should have put, because Fitzpatrick is really an attacking player, but I'm going to have to play Halpin today. That's not ideal. That is not ideal at all. 2 minutes in and we've already got one of the key midfielders out injured. Plus, no Wilson. Templeton's not really experienced. Big problems. Apologies about the interruption there. I had to go do something. So, back to the game. I think I may have missed something. There was a shot, but I don't know. I don't think we missed anything. I shouldn't have missed anything. But anyway, this should be the first highlight of the game. And Liverpool look like they're going to be the ones with the attack from it. We've not done too great so far, yet to have a shot. And almost 30 minutes in as it's Lloyd with a comfortable save. He's been wanted by, in January, Chelsea, Manchester United. I think Chelsea came with about 3 bids, actually. With quite hefty fees surrounding them as Lewis has gone through and... just unable to crack that shot away and create the opportunity. A clear opportunity wasted, though. That could be key come the end of the 2 legs. We're going to go into half-time 0-0. Not the worst result. As long as we can keep the clean sheet here, that's still a decent result. What's he say? Same. I don't know. We've not played particularly well. This is assertively. I'm far from pleased with what I saw. That is a good team talk. Shut your mouth, assistant. Don't always trust your assistant. I do press and let my assistant do it sometimes, but I would say never trust your assistant too much because he can be wrong with what to say. You can always get a better team talk. As Ferreira down that right, and it's Lloyd with the save yet again. Probably one of the best young keepers around, Lloyd, in any league and things like that. So it's a good thing Wales have him. Hopefully I'll be able to be in charge of Wales while he's hitting his prime and maybe try and challenge for a bit of continental international glory. As it's Lewis gone through one-on-one, and it's Lewis with the goal. Brilliant ball from Davis. That's why he's there. Great target man. Just able to see that run, thread the ball through. Oh, between two defenders. Lewis then being closed down with the shot. Clement, I don't know what he's done there, but he somehow parried it into his own goal. It doesn't make a difference. Lewis with the goal, 1-0 lead, and we've got 20 minutes remaining of this game right now. So I'm going to make a change. We're going to take Wilding off. Not having the best game so far. We're going to bring Terry Jenkins on. And we'll do it like that. We'll keep Terry Jenkins on the pitch on that left-hand side. Everyone's looking fired up though. Everyone's looking motivated. Played a lot better in this second half. Clearly been a lot more of a closer affair, less of a Liverpool domination game. As McNaughton's looking decent. Everyone's looking decent. I don't think I'm going to make another sub, and it should hopefully be a 1-0 very slender lead going into the second leg at Anfield. And it is. We won 1-0 at the Scarlets. Great result. Means everything's still to play for in the second leg, but that vital fact that they haven't scored an away goal could pay dividends come the end. So I'll meet you back at Anfield. 56,831 people are here today to hopefully witness us getting through to the second ever quarter-final of the Champions League. We've won the league as well, something I want to mention. We won the league 2 games ago. It's not the previous league game, the league game before that. Beating TNS, won us the division. It's going to be a really interesting end to the year, not from my point of view, but from the second place point of view, because second place is still Champions League football. We have group stage football already next season. We have no qualifying to go through. The team in second, however, will enter again the same stage TNS entered in this year, the best place playoff third qualifying phase. But with TNS and Balor only separated by 2 points, actually before the previous match, Balor were a point ahead of TNS on that standings. It's going to be a very, very interesting end to the season, I say, to see who gets that second spot, because if Balor can get there, that'll be amazing for them. Ideally, I'd want TNS to get there because I feel they have a stronger squad and they'll be able to do more with the position. But yeah, it will be good to see how that turns out in the future. But anyway, the team for today, we have a change. Wilson returns back to the starting lineup, and so does Moraria, sorry, I probably said his name wrong. I'm just going to butcher it like that anyway. And the bench as well, Di Lewis returns. He was originally dropped to the reserves because I did want him out of the squad. You see his transfer listed. But I've decided today that we could use a player of his ability in the squad, in the team, on the bench, because he's always a good option to have, and he's just got experience of playing in these levels. And of course, he played really well last year, so I can't ignore that. And also, Terry Jenkins beats Walding to the bench because, again, same reason. Terry Jenkins played in these occasions. He knows. I know he's got what it takes to play in these big game occasions. So let's go to match. Big game. I don't know if they've made many changes. I don't think so. But either way, it's going to be a big match. Assistant, do your thing. Expect them to pick up where they left off. I'm okay with that team talk. Not aggressive team talk. Let's do our standard team talk then. Because I know I can always go reaction with I have faith in you. Let's go. Come on, the Seasiders. Let's do this. I'd love a nice, boring 0-0 draw, or preferably an early goal from us to settle the nerves. I thought, as soon as I said that, I thought Ferreira was going to score. That would have been the complete opposite to an ideal start. But still, again, Liverpool on the attack in it this time. The corner taker almost, I think, put that one in. Either way, it was tipped over, and again, they've got another corner, an onslaught of corners from Liverpool right now. Topic's going to whip just one in. Yet again, this time, Croft clears this one away. But it's still in a dangerous area for them if they could get the ball in. And Jose clears this one away this time as Davis tries to chase this one down, and Clement is able to get there before he's able to poke it past him. Bit of a slow start, but we had a slow start in the previous match before we finally lit up and got the goals we needed. Time is ticking away though in this first half. Just over 5 minutes remaining now. Just under, I should say now. Templeton's picked up a knock. He'll probably have to come off at some point. Wilson's not looking great in terms of fitness. But not a bad half-time, not bad. But again, we're not playing well. So I'm not particularly pleased with how we've played. Seemed demotivated. I'm happy with your performance so far tonight. That wasn't great. Oh god. No. Okay, everyone's sort of changing changing what their reaction is. Which is a bit annoying. But one of the best team talk, one of the worst team talk though. It's not good to see our defenders reacted badly. And he's on a yellow as well, so he may need to watch out. He may get himself sent off. But we get a free kick, and it's Wilson whipping this one in, and Wilson with a goal. Wilson with a brilliant free kick. Beautifully over the wall. I would prefer a different camera angle, but I don't do that. As Clement is powerless to preventing it going and can only push it into the side netting. We take a 2-0 lead on aggregate, 1-0 lead on the day, plus the away goal, not the 2 away goals, the 1 away goal means that now Liverpool have to score 3 past us to get themselves through to the next round. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen with just 24 minutes remaining in the game. 23 now. We're passing the ball around like lovely. If I want to get my words out, it's Pedrosa with the ball back to Croft. Lovely play, brilliant build-up. They've not touched the ball in ages, Liverpool. They finally get the ball, but it's straight to Pedrosa! Oh, that was about the position he scored against City last year in the group stages, where he gave us a 2-1 victory at the City of Manchester Stadium. So, we're going to make some changes. We're going to take Templeton off, we're going to bring Terry Jenkins on, and we're going to take Liam Davis on and bring on Thomas Wallace, and change him to a more supporting role, and we're going to give them both team talks. There's a lot to come to. I know you've got what it takes, and we're going to do the exact same thing to Wallace. Both good team talks from the individuals. Let's see how that reacts. Daniel Jose picks up the captain's armband as well. As Wilson with another free kick. Plays this one back, but it does mean we keep a hold of the ball, which isn't a bad move. As Jenkins whips this one in, and Wallace almost making it 2-0. We've still got the ball, and Jenkins unable to get this one in this time. He's taken out by Micklewhite. There we go. I'm thinking maybe we'll give Rodgers. I think we'll give Phil Rodgers the last 10 minutes of this match. We won't do a team talk for him. He is the actual official captain of Aberystwyth, but we'll start him off. We'll give him the last 10 minutes. Like I say, fresh pair of legs up front should offer an additional threat. I don't see them scoring 3 past us. I mean, it still could happen, but I don't see it. And plus, with 2 strikers who haven't been on the pitch for at least 30 minutes, they haven't been on the pitch either of them, so it should be really fresh and a challenge up front. But Liverpool get one back, and they could still get the 2. Nicola Ferreira with the goal, as just gets around the back of the new guy, Nicola, whatever his name was. I was going to say him. Gets around the back of the new guy and is unable to. I'm really with a good shot. Lloyd's unable to get there. Shame we couldn't keep a clean sheet. We just need to keep the ball now and make sure we don't concede again, or it will be a very tense last few minutes. As Ferreira whips this one back. Croft, I was thinking Croft would have a dig there. Still passing the all around beautifully. It's Jenkins with the goal. Jenkins makes it 2-1 on the day, 3-1, and that is definitely game over. Really good play from Jenkins. A great impact subbed as well. Exactly why I brought him on, because I know he can do this. I know he's really comfortable in football. He's really a good player. I want to allow Templeton to develop, which means I've got to play him in these big game occasions, but Jenkins is there. And that should be it. That's it, guys. We are through to the Champions League quarter-finals. 2-1 victory against Liverpool at Anfield. Stark contrast to when we last played them. Really special, lads. Congratulations on getting through. Lewis is still up there in the top goal scorers with 10. Who are these teams? Real Madrid, Man U. So he probably isn't going to be top goal scorer in the competition because it only starts the group stages. But look at that. Beating Liverpool. £2.95 million. If we compare that to what we got in the, as we give you the physio, if we compare that to what we got in the Europa League, which is around 169,000, I think. The two ends of the spectrum right there. Europa League is near to no money. It's just sort of a Mickey Mouse Europa League competition, but it's still nice. It's still a nice competition win. But anyway, Champions League, we've won we've won that round. We've gone through. The draw is in a few days. Let's see if we can continue forward quickly. I don't think I should have many messages coming through that I have to answer. Chelsea could be on their way out. I know their manager, Klopp, I think it is, isn't doing too well. They've just got through in away goals. Let's continue forward. There you go. 2-0 on the day is enough to see them go through. We'll do the attacking movement training for our Bala match. Let's get to this game. I should have an under-19s match coming up soon. So for Wales, so that could be interesting. I think I've got a friendly against. I don't even have a clue who it's against. Oh, we've got our youth candidates. Nothing great. We'll sign them down off camera, but that's poor. That's a poor youth intake. You guys can all go do your things in the reserves, under 19s. I think it's an under 19s. Oh, so it's the graduates game. I thought it was a cup game. But there we go. Champions League quarter-final draw. 8 teams in the pot still. It could be us, Arsenal, Barcelona, Chelsea, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, or Real Madrid. I don't know who I'd want out of them, but let's just do it. So Chelsea will play Real Madrid. Manchester United will play Arsenal. So an all-English affair. Bayern will play Barca, and we get Borussia Dortmund, the team we played in the group stages this season. I'll send the assistant there. Let's go on to our past meetings. So we've played them on 4 occasions, but only beaten them once, and it was this season, but it was also followed up by quite an embarrassing 4-0 defeat. But look at the match stats. We didn't play too bad against them. It was just a poor performance. Let's hope we don't have another one of them. You know, it could happen. And if you look in this game, despite a man getting sent off, we were pretty evenly matched. So I'm optimistic. I still am optimistic. Is there no semi-final draw today? No, it's not. So next time I'll meet you back will be in between. We'll do a ballad game sandwich in between these matches. So until the Champions League quarter-final against Borussia Dortmund. Peace out.